What is up? I feel like I start every vlog like in this area of my room. It just feels right. But welcome to another vlog. I just finished filming actually here on the floor my pregnancy favorites. I could have talked for hours. I really could have. So if you are pregnant or about to be pregnant, maybe you're thinking about it, or maybe you're just into it, that video might not be up yet, depending on the order. It'll be up soon if it's not. But that was really fun to film. And that now that this is my second baby, I definitely have kind of decided things that really work for me in pregnancy, things that don't, things that help with like morning sickness and nausea, things that didn't. Anyway, but also just like a lot of links to like lounge wear that's like actually comfy, because I have tried so much. I really have, and now I've got it narrowed down to like the good. So now I've got, look at this boy. Oh, I know, butt. He has been barking at a squirrel all day. So it's been so much fun. Anyway, so my parents are here helping watch Genevieve so I could film, and then I'm gonna pop in and I've got to get a little bit of footage uploaded for my editor and get some emails answered, all of the standard things. I do want a work day, so that'll be good. But I did want to let you know early on that a portion of this video is very kindly sponsored by HelloFresh. We'll talk about that later. Actually, my shipment should be getting in today. I have another idea for dinner already for tonight, so I might wait and make my first HelloFresh meal tomorrow. It doesn't affect you. I'm thinking out loud. Anyway, yeah, so that is kind of the plan. I need to heat up my coffee for the 20th time as usual. Also, I really need to go through, if you saw my last vlog, I'll link it below, but if you saw my last one, I'd started going through like baby clothes and stuff. Well, now we've got all of our stuff here, and a lot of things that I've ordered for this baby have come in. So there's a lot of pieces that are kind of coming together, but that room is a mess. So that is a project I hope I'll tackle some of in this vlog, because I have to, because we're getting farther along. Like, we're in the 3rd trimester. The time is marching on, and you never know what could happen. So I'm like, that room needs to be at least somewhat ready. And the reality is, like, the baby's not going to be in that room until, for a while. But even just having the clothes where we can get to him, the changing table ready, those kinds of things that we will be using from day one, that'll be nice. And I will rest easier at night knowing it's done. Ooh, it is cold outside, so different day. Next day, walking little Pinocchio, because we bring him to work with us when we can. It's in a metropolitan location, so it's not like we have a yard, so we need to like actually walk him. But it's nice though, because it gives me or Tyler, or both of us usually, an excuse to like go for a little 20 or 30 minute walk in the middle of the day. And I really do think mentally it helps so much more than you realize. And I told this story before, but a coworker of mine used to go on walks. Well, she probably still does. When I was teaching, she would go on walks for part of her lunchtime. And I remember thinking at the time, like, what? Like, why would you waste your lunchtime doing that? Like, because again, in teaching, you don't have a long time. In a lot of jobs, you don't have a lot of time. Anyway, so yeah, she would go on a walk, and it was so interesting to me. But now looking back at that, I'm like, actually, that kind of makes sense. Like, it's a good use of your time. And if you can eat in 10 minutes and then walk for 20, I don't know. Anyway, you live, you learn, baby. But that is what we're doing. But it's not too bad. It's cold, obviously, but I think that it's like 38 degrees. So if you're bundled up well enough, it's fine. Pinocchio is so happy though, and he got his nails trimmed this morning at the vet. And if you recall, in my last vlog, I think it was, I mentioned how stanky his breath has been. And so we got him an appointment for them to like really clean his teeth and check him out, make sure there's no signs of anything serious, because there can be a lot of things that can indicate. But of course, now that you made that appointment, his breath is not as sticky as it was. But I'm like, you know what? It'll be better. It's like good preventative care. And we've tried to get in there and brush them. You ever tried to brush a dog's teeth? You have to have the nicest dog in the world, because Pinocchio's pretty sweet, but he will not let us get in there. So anyway, that is on the plan. So that'll be good for him. And I feel like I'll rest easier at night, because if you start looking up like what stinky breath in a dog can mean, it's like looking up a symptom you have on WebMD. Like, it always points to the worst thing. So I'll sleep better at night having them check that out and stuff. But he's very happy. He's proud of himself for surviving another day at the vet, trimming his nails. I'm also curious how many of you guys, like, during the pandemic picked up walking. Maybe you never really went on walks around your neighborhood or the block or whatever. Or maybe you did, but like you really did a lot more. Especially that like first few months, Tyler and I really started doing it so much, and now it's just kind of become a habit, and it's such an amazing thing. I feel like I talk about it all the time, but I just can't. I was telling my parents about it too. I can't express how much it's helped us physically, mentally, all of that. And it's something we can do with our dog, of course, but something we can do with our kiddo that's, you know, enjoyable for her too. Anyway, that's all. I'll shut up about it. I need to head back though, because I could use a warm cup of coffee, because now it's being in the like shade too long. It's like much colder. All right, so we are finally home. One of my favorite things in the world is to get home, especially when it's like cold out, and get into what Tyler and I call our comfs. And just like when we're in for the night, like we're not going anywhere else, and we just know we're home and cozy. That is like truly a top 3 like favorite feelings in the world. And I know he feels the same. He just went upstairs with Genevieve and he's like, I'm going to get in my comfs. I'm like, yeah, you are. Anyways, but it is dinner time. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, this portion of the video is very kindly sponsored by HelloFresh. Thank you so much for continuing to support my channel here in 2022. Still can't believe it's 2022. And one thing I think about like with the new year, you guys know I'm all about setting goals and resolutions for yourself that are actually attainable, things that are like helping you become a better person, but they're not ones that are just impossible. You know what I mean? And I feel like with HelloFresh, one of the nice things is it would be an easy way for you to kind of gain control over your food choices and eating better, eating fresher foods, produce, things like that. And maybe one of your goals for the new year is just cooking more, having more home cooked meals. And with HelloFresh, they make it super easy to do. So we love it. I love that they have recipe cards for each of the meals for the week that you've picked, and they lay everything out step by step. It's so easy to follow along, even if you're someone not super comfortable in the kitchen. So tonight's dinner we're making is 1-pan cheesy beef tortilla melts. I love that this is gonna be in 1 pan. It's gonna be nice and easy. And HelloFresh just makes eating well easier. They've got a ton of family-friendly, calorie-smart, pescatarian, and veggie options every week if that's what you're looking for. Plus, every recipe is packed with fresh produce sourced directly from farmers. And sometimes I just feel like getting a home-cooked meal on the table is an accomplishment worth celebrating just on its own. And so I love that with HelloFresh, it helps you with 50 weekly menu and market items to choose from. So you can stop thinking so much about what you're gonna make for dinner and focus more on maybe other goals you have for yourself or spending time with your family in the evening, things like that. Plus, HelloFresh's pre-portioned ingredients means there's a lot less prep for you and there's less wasted food. So you can stay on track with simple recipes and fresh pre-portioned ingredients. Again, it's gonna limit that meal prep time that you would be spending otherwise, and it cuts back on trips you have to take to the grocery store, which is really nice. So if you want to check out HelloFresh for yourself, you can go to HelloFresh.com and use my code JBraun16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. That is an amazing, amazing deal. One of the best they've offered. So if you've been thinking about joining, it'd be a great time to give it a try. We love HelloFresh. We have for quite a long time now. All right, moment of truth. This... I've already been eating the meat mixture while I was cooking because I was so hungry. This was so fast. And I feel like we do a lot of like meals like this, but we do it with chicken and other stuff. But we don't often do it with ground beef. And ground beef is so good, especially when it's like good ground beef. So Pinocchio, get down. Pinocchio also likes ground beef. He's like, what's going on up there? But I've got the, there's like a sour cream cheese, and hot sauce mixture. It's Cholula. And I wanted to dip this in it. Oh. When I tell you that this tastes better than like a lot of meals you get at restaurants, I'm not kidding. It's so flipping good. And it's not that many ingredients. That's what's so wild. But it's just the things that these chefs that create these recipes think to put together that is just so mind-blowingly good, but they're easy to make. So 10 out of 10. Tyler's gonna freak out when he tries these. He's gonna love them. What'd you think?
It's so freaking good.
I knew you would love it.
It's so good. I have no notes.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's so good. And isn't that like sour cream cheese, hot sauce mixture good?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I felt bad because I was eating all of it, and Jessica was like, you can have the rest. I'm like, okay, good.
It's a very exciting night in the Braun household.
Very.
Tyler is ironing these curtains. Very exciting. These are ones, though, that we've had for years, right? What?
Ridiculous. It's very exciting.
It is a very exciting
it's a hot
night.
iron, so...
Be careful. Very exciting
very
stuff.
Beige.
Hey!
Couldn't even be exciting curtains. They're beige curtains.
They're for Gigi's room. They're the ones we have, but they needed to be hemmed, and now they've been hemmed. Then we've washed them, and now we're ironing. Anyway, but... This is the new iron we got, if you recall, from, I don't even know. Wait, did we vlog about it? Yeah, we did
during
in Vlogmas.
Yeah.
New iron we got at Bed Bath & Beyond, and it's really nice.
Yeah, it really is.
It's very nice. And we're kind of draping out the ones we've ironed, and by we I mean he. And Pinocchio, we put all of the pillows and stuff over here, and he is so high up on
Why don't we
this
just
couch.
do this all the time?
He said, "This is really great, guys." So I'm doing some skincare and stuff. I have been asked so many times if I'm gonna do like a pregnancy skincare video. Y'all, I'm hesitating to do that because anytime I've mentioned like something I may or may not be using right now while pregnant, I get a million comments from people like, you can't use that, but it's things that I've asked my doctor about. She says is fine. And so, you know, even though I could do a video sharing what I've been using and saying, my doctor has told me all of these are safe for pregnancy, every doctor is different. You know, I mentioned in another video, like some doctors will tell you you can drink some caffeine, like 200 milligrams. Some will tell you you can't drink any. So, you know, at the end of the day, the doctor you've chosen that you trust is the one I think you should be listening to. And so, you know, what my doctor tells me might not be the same as yours. And that's why I'm like, I don't feel totally comfortable doing a video like that unless I have a huge disclaimer, like saying basically exactly what I'm saying now. Like, this is what my doctor's told me is fine. You might ask your doctor before you get into any of this. But like the biggest thing is no retinol. And that, like, I've read studies on that. Like, that is a very, very clear, absolutely not, no retinol. I just feel a little torn. The moisturizer I have been using a lot lately is the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Double Repair Face Moisturizer because it's really simple, but it's a good moisturizer. And I really like that. And I've been using some rosehip seed oil. So, you know, you do you, ask your doctor if you're pregnant. But that's kind of why I'm dragging my feet on that. I don't know if I'm going to actually do it or not. Let me know your thoughts. I'm a little torn. Also, my newest addiction is watching like baby nursery organization videos and like how they organize the dressers, since I'm kind of in that mindset right now. And I've been organizing Genevieve's dresser, but then thinking about like, okay, now that I've got some baby clothes, her old baby clothes to go through, well, that I went through last time, now I need to like get them into drawers and think about how I want to organize it. So it's fun to watch these. Yeah. Good morning. We were just reading a ton of books, and I am book reading out because she's now at an age where you turn the page and she wants to talk about the page for like a full minute before you read the few words on it. And it's cute and it's awesome, and that is exactly what she should be doing. I'm just saying. I'm like, I want to read this book, kid. Like, let me read this book. Anyway, so I got something in the mail I want to show you. They are these like storage containers. Brand is Storage Works, and I thought I ordered different ones. So I need to look at the listing. It was on Amazon, but I want to use these. Her closet is a total work in progress, but up at the top there, I want to have like matching bins. These I'll probably use in the nursery or something somewhere, just because that's where they were originally anyway. But this is such a wide closet compared to the other one that it's kind of nice. We actually can use that space really well. These are interesting because they have like this thing that goes down. So like the front of it, you can kind of see what's in it. I actually don't know that I love that. I think I thought I was ordering ones that were normal, but you know how like on Amazon listings, they'll have multiple colors, and some of the colors might actually be a different actual product itself. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to try these, see if they work. And if they don't, they might get returned in lieu of something will hide what's in it better. Cause I can always label what's in it if I want to know. But anyway, yeah. So I'm excited to give these a whirl. I am clearly in a very like organizey. I feel like the way nesting is going so far, like as I'm kind of moving in, well, I'm in the 3rd trimester, but as I'm like kind of moving farther along, I think nesting for me is going to be more about organizing and less about collecting stuff. Last time, it was definitely more about like making sure we had everything. And I mean, that's a part of it. But now, having gone through it once before, I definitely realized that we just bought way too much, more than you could ever use. And the other thing to note, you know, babies and kids grow out of their clothes so fast. So like, I would nest and buy a lot of clothing, and it just, I don't know. Anyway, so that is kind of a nice switch up, and having moved her to a new room is really nice because it gives me the opportunity to like really think about like, all right, what has worked for her like when she was a baby as I look at the nursery again. But then also like, okay, she's just very different than she was as a baby. So this room, her new room, needs to be, you know, functional for a 3, 4, 5-year-old, not a, you know, 1-year-old or a baby. So anyway, I don't know why. I just am thinking through a lot of stuff. We wanted to go to the library today, and if you recall, Oh my gosh. Currently, it's like under construction. They're I don't know, they're rebuilding it or redesigning it, whatever. But it's in an old grocery store. And it is the most interesting thing. I made a TikTok on it, one of the few TikToks I've made, because I find it so wildly interesting. So I will, well, if you have TikTok, it's Jessica Braun over there. But I think I also posted on my Instagram, which is also @It's Jessica Braun. So you can check it there. I'm pretty sure I cross-posted that. But anyway, I want to go there today because we haven't been to the library in a very long time. Gigi, do you want to go to the library?
Yeah.
Does that sound fun? Mm-hmm. What kind of books do you want to get? Paw Patrol books. That's what we were just reading. I'm literally scanning the room. Paw Patrol coloring book, Paw Patrol dolls, Paw Patrol book she's reading now, like more Paw Patrol dolls. Paw Patrol sticker book. It's Paw Patrol everywhere. It all happens so fast. So wanted to get another before shot here of this upper area before we change it so you can kind of compare. So one of the things I keep up at the top of her closet are the play pods we have, because these are more like better to do with an adult next to you. Like some of them have beads, some of them have like stamps and like ink pads. These are amazing on Etsy. I bought a bunch of these and fell in love, and they've sent me a couple more, which is so sweet. But definitely check them out. I feel like I bring them up a lot, but they're kind of one of those things that I'd never heard about, and they're just amazing for I feel like at this age, unless we're doing pretend play or craft, there's not a lot we can do together. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's nice to have something like this we can kind of do together. So little activities that you can do over and over again. So I wanted to have those in there because I don't want her to be able to reach them whenever she wants. These are like things I've gotten on Etsy too that are fun to bring to like restaurants or church or something. So I don't want her to be able to play with them at all times because I want her to be interested in them when I need her to be interested in them. So again, and then we've got wiki sticks. She doesn't need to access. These were prizes I'm trying to say it quietly. I got for her for like going potty. She's really good at it now, so I'm not as worried, but they're little squishy things, and honestly, hold on, Gigi.
Can I play one of those?
Dang it, she saw it, you guys. What are they?
Squishy.
You are too smart. How do you ask so nicely?
Please.
Say, please, may I play with them?
Well, please can play with them.
Yes, you may. We're just gonna do one. Ooh, look at that. A little kitty. This was a giant pack on Amazon of these squishy things, and they were an amazing little prize for her when she was potty training. And clearly, she still likes them. And honestly, you end up throwing them away at the end of the week because they get gross. So just so you know. These are these like quiet pockets, which is a great idea in theory, and they're like little felt things. But you have to cut these little things out all on your own. It's a nightmare. So I haven't done it. I did one, and it was like a Christmassy one. Again, like a quiet toy to play with at church, but it was a nightmare. So this one's just sitting there until I have the patience to do it. And then this is like a pool toy she doesn't need yet. But we had it, and she loved it, like swims around underwater. And it broke, so I bought it again while Target still carried it. And I'm just keeping it for next summer. So that's kind of what this bin will be. They're like toys I don't want her to be able to access at any time unless one of us is around or it's like a new toy, you know what I mean? So that works really well. Okay, and the after, how much better is that? So like clean looking, that is amazing. Honestly, they all kind of ended up being similar things where it's just all stuff that she just doesn't need to have access to. Some of them have, like this one has some things that are just too big for her. So it's kind of nice, like if she gets a gift or if I find a good sale on something that's like for next year. I have a place for it to actually live. Currently, I just kind of stick it over here hanging, which, I mean, that works too, really. This is just lovely. I might eventually actually label them, but this makes me feel so much better because obviously there's toys. It's always going to look a little cluttered because it's a kid and it's fun, you know. And I don't mind that so much, but it's nice when with little things like that, I can have a little control over how clean it looks, and that looks so nice. So I think I'm going to keep them. We are going to the library. I'm so excited. And Tyler, you went in and worked today for a bit. You still have some meetings after this, but we're kind of squeezing it in because Gigi was so excited, and like I said earlier, we haven't been in a hot minute, but we are too. Who doesn't love going to the library? Who doesn't, especially when it's in a weird old grocery store? We talk about it so much. We have this awesome, like our book bags we use, literally. The Shakespeare and Company, we got this on our honeymoon in Paris, kind of like famous bookshop there. So we use that when we go to the library, and one thing that Tyler got me for Christmas is this amazing Harry Potter canvas bag. So that is going to be what I hold my books in. Well, I guess we'll both be kind of holding a lot of Gigi's books too. We should probably pick a number we want her to get.
50. No more than 50.
I feel like 8 to 10 is good. Because as long as they don't leave the house, we can find them.
It might take a while to find them, but we'll find them.
We'll find them. And I feel like one weird thing is that as a kid, Losing library books was a very common problem. That happened all of the time. Do you feel like that was a huge issue in your
I
life?
can't even talk about how many library finds I had.
I feel like it was like every week my mom was mad because, and I would have been too, because like we're missing 50% of our books. I'm like, where were we even taking them? Like, how do we?
When
so funny.
I would borrow like DVDs from the library, and they were like $2 a day each, and there was many times where I ended up with a $100 fee.
Yeah, that sounds right. That would be why my mom was mad too. And again, I don't blame her. Anyway, in we go. Are you having fun? We're finding some books. I love these little Mo Willems books. They're fun to read, honestly. We got some Curious George. Very exciting. A green one. For those that haven't seen, here's a quick little glimpse of how they're using it. It really is such a smart use of this space in the meantime. All right, it's a new day. It is Sunday. I didn't vlog yesterday. Honestly, we just kind of had a nice chill day at home and got some things done that we needed to get done. But today I'm trying to tackle a little bit more of the nursery, which is still in pieces, if you will, but I'll kind of give you a shot of what's going on. We've got toys galore. We need to get rid of that because it was recalled. I think we have to like cut it up. I don't know. I got to look up. I think we could actually get a refund, but it was like 4 years ago, you know, I'm like, So we'll see, but I know you're supposed to destroy it if it's recalled. So that's good. I've got some like larger size clothes down here that I need to, I think what I've decided is stuff that obviously Gigi has outgrown, but is going to be like another year for the baby. I think I'm just going to put all in a tub, label it like, 12 month to 2T, whatever it is. I think that's about the span of it. And put it down in our basement just because I was like, it doesn't need to live in here, and that'll free up space for just other stuff, extra diapers, extra wipes, things that would be nice to have in the closet. And you're gonna laugh at me, but I ended up switching out, a couple things. Hold on, I forgot, I haven't shown you. It's so bright in her room. One of the big projects is that Tyler hung up a bunch of the prints we got on Etsy. So we got these cute little ones that came in a set. You could have like their name, so I'll link that set from Etsy. And then we also got these, which I've mentioned before, little castle prints that are so cute. And these are actually all matching frames. They're really, really nice. They were a little more expensive than some of the other ones on Amazon, but we'd already bought some from this brand and I trusted them. So he also hung up some floating shelves for some books. These are the ones Gigi randomly decided to put up here, which I think is so cute. But we wanted to make sure she could at least reach one of them. And then this, But one thing I think will be nice for this is, first of all, I've always wanted floating shelves in the kids' rooms like hers, and maybe we might put some up in the nursery because they're so cute. They're not expensive, but we just never did them. But what I think would be cool is like when it's like Halloween or Christmas, we have special books that we put away and pull out during that time. And I thought it'd be so fun to have those kind of on display so she can see them, and it's kind of like topical. But you just saw earlier in this vlog that I got those other baskets. Well, these were the other ones I ordered. And I like these better for this closet. So I'm going to order one more because it looks like there's about space for one more. And I'll label them, like I said, but the rope handles, these are like crazy nice. I was pretty surprised by how nice these were. And these were like the jumbo size. But I think that'll be great because there is so much like clearance there that we can fit a taller bin. So then in the baby's closet, there's actually 2 closets in this room, which is kind of unique. It's the only room that has that, but these fit, the ones that I did have in her. So I thought, you know what, that'll be so perfect because we can put diapers and wipes in there, like extra ones kind of out of the way, and that fits in both of them. And this is kind of what we had going on previously. We have a fire ladder. If you don't have those in upstairs bedrooms, you should look into it. We bought them for every room. And we try to like from time to time look at it and remind ourselves how to use it, but it would be a ladder you can use to get like out of the house if there were a fire. Anyways, okay, but yeah, so I've got these labeled as how I use them for Genevieve. So I've got diapering, bedding, stuffies. I think I still have. Oh no, I did empty it. Arts and crafts, that's gonna be different. So probably just relabel those with my label maker, but these are perfect little, you can find these anywhere. These little square things. I probably could have even gone taller, but I have one of these in each closet. I guess my point here is these fit really well in here, these little bins. So we made a little switcheroo. I'm happy with that. Another thing we got, let me just like set you down here. So a little shot of the baby bump. We're looking a lot bigger at 28 weeks here. I got some new sleepers. We have like a lot of sleepers now for newborn and 0 to 3, but honestly, that's what they live in. Like, so I'm fine with it. But I found the magnetic kind of sleepers. But these are like a third of the price on Bye Bye Baby. These are the E=mc² brand instead of the Magnetic Me brand. A lot of you guys said that you've gotten Magnetic Me ones. My hair looks Guys, I kept telling myself, like, maybe I'll throw some makeup on and like actually do my hair, but here we are. Anyway, these from Bye Bye Baby, and I don't know if they're sold anywhere else, but they were like $15-ish each, and the Magnetic Me ones are like 40 something. But a lot of you guys said the Magnetic Me brand will go on sale and have like 50% off sales, and that's when you usually buy them. So I'm like, it's good to know that if you were thinking about it, see if you can wait for a sale. But either way, I would say just get this brand because these were so much cheaper, and they're so cute and they're so soft. So I got one newborn and one 0 to 3. And I figure if we try it and we absolutely love it, then maybe we'll buy more then. But I didn't want to invest in a ton of these and then be like, oh no, for whatever reason we hate them, or that's that. But those are so cute. So we're making progress, you guys. I was reading a forum. Was it last night? And I keep mentioning forums. There's like the different baby or pregnancy apps. There's like Baby Center and now I can't think of any of them. What to Expect. They all have their own like forum, and you can like join ones for like your due date group. So like I have the month of my due date. So everyone in that forum is someone that's about as far along in pregnancy as I am. So it's every night there's like interesting stuff to read that people are posting. So one person posted like, okay, when do you like actually do it all? Like when do you actually say, okay, I'm gonna buy, especially if it's your second baby, we're not having a shower or anything. And we really don't need one. Like I've said, we have plenty of, we really do. We don't need much. So with that in mind, when do you like those last things you need and those last things you need to do, when do you actually do it? Cause she was like, I'm 28 weeks and I want to do it, but I keep like waiting, like, oh, I'll just wait until we're closer. She's like, and I don't really know what I'm waiting on. And I'm like, that is exactly how I feel. I'm like, I guess at a certain point, like I keep adding things to like this like Amazon list of things I want for the baby, but I'm like, Jessica, just check out and buy them and then you'll have them and you can get it all set up. But I feel like I remembered the first time around waiting and waiting and waiting, and it felt like, especially that last month, felt so long that I almost wished I had more projects to do. And I think that's a part of why I'm like not rushing to get this done. And again, we still have plenty of time, but I think that's part of why. But I'm like, I really do, like I would like to have a lot more of this done. So sorry, I'm just chatty. Okay, cheers. So I'm following Tyler around while he does a project. But I think this is a fun one. You're gonna laugh. If you watch Vlogmas, you know.
It doesn't stop when Vlogmas ends. I'm always doing projects. So we have this little key ring here, and we've used it ever since we first moved in. And it was just here, and we hung our keys on it. But then Jessica started hanging her purse on it, and I took the key ring off of my keys because I just leave them like in.
No, don't step in that. Oh boy. He almost stepped in paint. Why is that naked on the floor, Tyler?
Because I was painting. I was
that's dangerous territory. Okay.
Anyway, so we had this here, and it worked when we had just keys, but now, like I said, I take the things off the key ring and I just put it in my pocket, whatever, so I can't even hang them here. Yeah. So we now have this bad boy.
Amazon.
And I'm going to hang it somewhere, give or take here. But we can still hang keys and stuff if we want to, or Jessica can hang her purse. But then my keys can just go in here and I can know.
He doesn't, you don't have key rings on yours.
I'm always running upstairs to get my keys because I keep them with my wallet and all that upstairs. So now I can keep them right here. It's going to be really nice having this here so I don't have to go all the way upstairs to get my keys every time. Also, for those of you who watch Vlogmas, patching a hole in drywall.
So Tyler has the stamp. I got him.
I've been doing it just in chunks. So I'm just doing a little bit at a time. But I'm stamping all of my books with the stamp that Jessica got me that says, from the library of Tyler C. Braun. And then as I'm stamping them, I'm also logging them. I have this app called iCollect is what it's called. And it's not the greatest app in the world, but it works for what I need it to. Mm-hmm. And so you can scan. You can do DVDs or books or whatever. And if there's a barcode, you can usually just scan it. And it'll pull up the book.
That's cool.
And most of the time it has all the information. It has the summary. It has the, who wrote it, the author, in other words, all that kind of stuff. And then you can save it to your library. And then once it's saved, I stamp it. And so that way I know, okay, if it's got a stamp, it's in my catalog there. But yeah, it's kind of cool.
It's going to be satisfying for me to watch. I haven't watched you actually do it.
And usually I just do it right on the front cover there.
Oh, yeah.
And there you go. From the library of Tyler C. Braun.
That's so cool, babe.
I love this. This is one of my favorite gifts I've ever gotten because it was such a surprise, but I just love it.
Oh, good. Well, you've got a lot of books.
I have, yeah. I think I've got at least a couple hundred in there so far, and I'm like halfway done.
All right, we just went on a long walk, and it was super cold, and now we're making what?
Cookies.
Yummy.
Sugar rocks.
Yeah, we are really struggling. We'll take your tips on brown sugar.
No, we won't, because everyone's giving us all our tips and they don't work. Everyone's like,
we've tried
put
a lot
piece
of them.
bread in there, or just do this. I'm like, nope, doesn't work. I'm just never gonna use brown sugar. Okay?
But we've
That or
got
we use it
enough
way
that works.
faster. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, but we're making some chocolate chip cookies, which sounds so good.
We tried not only the bread trick, we've also tried the little ceramic ones. There's like a bear, and then you can do like, we even have an OXO container, or not OXO, whatever it is, but they have the little like brown sugar thing at the top.
Brown sugar
here.
disc.
Yeah, and those don't work. I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, I'm mad at brown sugar, but it's so darn delicious. All right, two things. One, it is the end of the night on Sunday and we are exhausted. And like I was saying earlier, it was such a good weekend of like just staying in and getting some things done, but also just spending time together. I feel like, I don't know, you know how life is. Like you have plans and all that stuff, and it's nice to have a weekend where you really just don't have plans. Anyway, so that was really great. And even though we didn't like fully finish a lot of projects we had in our mind, we're always doing projects. I feel like, and maybe you guys are the same way, like we like having things to get done. And so I don't know, that's just like, this was an ideal weekend for both of us. Why was I on here? I wanted to show you these sweatpants. Stay with me. And oh, Gigi is in her room. And I've told you guys before that she has like dance parties at night, because she's in her new room and she's a little bit older, and she will put her, like, you know, we get her ready for bed and do all of those kinds of things. But, you know, we'll tuck her in and she's like, can I play a little bit before bed? I'm like, okay. So we've got her on the monitor. That girl, she will tell her Alexa to play stuff and she just dances around the room, and it is so cute to watch. But then after like 45 minutes of it, she might color for a bit. She'll get herself into bed, cover herself up and go to bed. And I'm like, well, if anything, that's probably a good skill to have as she gets older, but it's just funny. So she's doing that right now. But, oh, I wanted to show you these sweatpants. So I got them at Target and they are the most comfortable. I hope they still sell them. You're really just looking at this, I know. But these, they're not maternity. They're just like regular, you know, and they're from the Colsey brand. And these, I might pack these in my hospital bag. They are the most comfortable things in the freaking world. The pockets are so good. It's just like a normal sweatpant band. So I just wanted to bring them up because they are so freaking comfortable. Super flattering. But, and then they have like the little bit of the cinch, like a normal classic sweatpant. But yeah, had to mention, we'll link them below because they're truly one of my favorites ever. I'm not sure that I put on makeup. No, did I wear makeup yesterday? Oh, I didn't even vlog. I don't think I wore makeup at all this weekend. And as I always joke, but I am totally serious, my face was like, thank you so much. I really needed a break. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this all the way to the end if you did. If you want to check out some of my other vlogs, of course, I'll link them below. But we are about to go relax and watch an episode of the morning show because the newest season is out, and that show is so good. It is so good. It's got Jennifer Aniston, Steve Carell, Reese Witherspoon, and they're all so good in it, and it's way more dramatic than I feel like I've seen any of them do, and it is really, really good. And anyway, if you have not watched it, it's on Apple TV, so that's the biggest downside. It's like Apple TV, like we literally only bought it because we were dying to see the show, and now there's other shows we watch on it, like Ted Lasso. But anyway, that is all. I love you guys. I feel like this vlog ended up being long. I'm not totally sure, but I feel like it was a long one. But thanks for letting me just be super chatty and hang out with you guys for a few days. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.